Nobody's telling you. You got these big construction of wisdom, justice, and judgment and equity. What we're giving you is wisdom. We're giving you wise counsel about the last days that we're living in. Nobody else is telling you. That's right. Nobody's telling you. You got these big mega church guys, Joe Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, and they ain't saying a damn thing about what's coming, man. They ain't telling you about the destruction of America. They ain't telling you about the famine that's coming. The famine is here, man. Right. All they're talking about is just trusting Jesus and prosperity. You got people flocking to these damn churches, giving them every last dime, still going home broke. That's right.
Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start up and saying all praises, honor, and glory that's due unto Yahweh by Shemi Al-Shai by Shema Kakadash. It's all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. By Hashem meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai being the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching word and truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah, the great millstone, Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And what you just heard was a little bit of the teaching from this past weekend of GMS Boston. That's the elder Adama on the screen. By far one of my, favorite elders to listen to in this truth. But what he's saying is spot on, right? The world's been warned, and more things are getting more and more dire as the days go on. Right? Let me play this.
Hey, Arizona, gas prices are going way up. Sign our petition calling on Congress and the president to pass a...
Professor Exurban private equity's about to...
Making me sick. I'm 75 years old. I had to get out of this trailer. It was making me sick. Now I'm living in my truck. Tonight I'm going to try to lay across this way because my leg's swollen so bad.
They just kept raising it, and I felt like I was losing control of my life.
Private equity's about the quick buck. Everything else be damned.
Problem with the system now is greed.
So, urban, suburban, exurban, rural. Do we have a housing crisis in our area?
Yes.
You didn't even hesitate there.
No, I don't hesitate.
Republican or Democrat, nobody wants affordable housing in their backyard.
There's no life like being homeless.
You see? And now people are getting hit with the realization that shit ain't sweet. They live deliciously. They live wonton. They didn't take any warnings. And now what the hell is on the horizon? And they're getting hit by it bit by bit. So now they want to cry and they want to mourn. Weep and howl. Let's get that, man. Let's get that. You know what? I think this is... It says, awake ye drunkards and weep and howl, all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. And that's what's happening. For all these people that have lived drunk, right? They didn't walk soberly. Now what? That wine's being cut off. That strong drink, that illusion of safety and security is being cut off. And now people are being forced out of their homes. And like the elder said, right? The days of evil are here. Right? And it's going to get worse. Right? So with this housing market, this housing issue, where you got people's rent going up 135. Phoenix has an average rent hike of 135%. But they haven't been raising the standard wage at that same rate. So how the hell do you think that's going to happen? People are renting out subpar living standards like they're living in luxury for exorbitant rates. And you got these landlords and these homeowners that renting out their properties thinking that their people are going to keep paying these exorbitant rates, where there's going to be a time that's going to come soon where the same ones they're written to is going to come at them. And these cops ain't coming out. They showed you that over there in Texas. They're not going to sit here and put their life on the line for $16 an hour right? Like they're doing in Georgia. That's how much cops. That's the average price a cop gets paid in Georgia, $16 an hour, right? And they're hated by everybody. They're not gonna do their jobs. Police ain't coming, right? So all hell is getting ready to break loose, and it's gonna be real, right? Enough of the warning has gone out, man. The Lord has said he had a long time holding his peace, and now will he travail it? Now will he wail as a travailing woman? It's Haggai 1:6. It says, "Ye have so much and bring in little. Ye eat, and ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes." And this is what the whole world's coming to, right? Because like brothers have been going into at Revelation 19, we're in the time of this. Revelation, you get it. I think it's 5. Revelation 6. In 6 it says, "And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and a measure of barley for a penny, and a penny in a Roman time was a day's work, was a day's wage." So a measure, just a measure of wheat or barley, meaning sustenance, is going to cost you like your whole paycheck. This is what it's coming to. It says, "And see thou hurt not the oil and wine," going into the anointed and the truth, the scriptures, right? But now you're having people in that same predicament where, hey, you clothe you, but there's none warm. You can't earn enough to sit here and eat. You can't earn enough to sit here and live. And that right there is going to drive people to the point to sit here and revolt. Right? You're not going to sit here. Here it is. They can barely afford food. Then it's going to get to a point where they can't find the food because the scriptures tell you suddenly. Let's get that. Second Ezra 6 and 22, it says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be suddenly found empty." Right? The grocery stores, there's not going to be anything on the shelf. At that point, you don't got nowhere to live. Right? You working, you don't have enough. You sleeping in a car. Your car might get repoed. Now you have nothing. And I've worked with the homeless population. I've had to work with them before, man. And when I tell you that I have not seen a more cutthroat population of people, I'm telling you, the homeless population is something to be fucking trifled with, man. These niggas will rape a bitch in the alleyway, see her the next day, and act like nothing happened. Right? When you see those little BS things online, BS videos where somebody that's homeless, does a small act of kindness or tries to sit here and like break off some of his food, that's in a rare moment. That's in a rare moment. And if they don't get what they feel like is deserved back, and they see you with your piece, and your piece might not even be enough to split, and they want it, and you don't give it, man, these niggas are cutthroat. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." Meaning all business as usual is going to stop. But these are the times where it's going to promote such hostility, right? Where people aren't going to know what to do. You the rich, the ones that own these properties and these things like that think they're in a good case, They're sitting there, I'm not, they're making hand over fist right now. If they had a mortgage rate that was locked in already, right, to where they're really just playing on the fact that the market is inflated, raising up people's rent $800, $900, right, raising up people's rent to that price, and they're greedily doing it even though they don't have to. Even though all their business, all their goods are taken care of, they're sitting there just chucking it up because they want extra money. Hey, the same people are going to be at your necks. It says, James 5:1, it says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as a war fire." Right? That cankered meaning that your economy, your dollar is just going down in the drain. It's taking 2-3 times the amount of US dollars to sit here and pay for the same product that you bought the year prior. I went to the damn store, and what I usually get probably only would cost like $135, bro. It was $234. I got a slab of fish that's usually only $25, for the slab, and it's a lot of meat. That shit was $38. I got a case of water that was $10. I got a little dessert that was another $8. Some batteries that was $15, right? And a few little miscellaneous items. I get to the register, $234. Right? So things that are happening now, people are going to be in a hard time, man, and they're going to start bucking up. It says, verse 3 again, it says, "Your gold and silver is cankered, the rest of them shall be witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as a war fire. You have heaped up your treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth." And these people are crying, man. You don't think the Lord sees the fact that you're sitting there making these people, and you people that own these properties, man, the Lord is going to come against you tough. Because here it is, you're not giving the people more. You're not giving them something that is actually worth. You're using a false and wicked balance, right? You didn't update the property. You didn't put it in any better state. You're still just as fucked up as it was beforehand, and you just playing on the market because you can make a quick dime. All right? So the Lord's looking at that shit like, you know what? Hey, it's about to come on you. It says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers that have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped have entered into the ears of Yahweh of Sabaoth." Right? Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Right? You have condemned and killed the just, and he did not resist you. And what's happening now, man, it's basically economic slaughter out here, bro. A lot of people are dying off of this. People with medications. Like people that lived at a property for 10 years with steady rent increases are now getting fucking $400, $300 rent increases. And wages ain't going up. These people are about to revolt. It's 2 Ezra 15. And this plays right into prophecy. That's what you have to understand. Because the scriptures say, because iniquity abound, the love of many shall wax cold. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 5, and I'll jump down. "Behold, say Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction." Right? And for people out there, man, they still wait for the weekend. because they want to go out at night. There's going to be a day soon where nighttime, when these lights get shut off in these cities, right, and that power grid is shut down, and those blackouts come, because they're coming, right? Those that sat there and was waiting to go party tonight, those are gonna be the same people that are gonna be waiting and praying for the sun to come back up, because nighttime is gonna be gruesome. That type of blackness is gonna be terrifying. And the ones that you got to worry about the most in that time is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? It says, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore say Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. So the Lord is holding in. He's borne the reproach of you people, and now he's no longer going to hold his tongue. He's going to start issuing out judgment. Kill him. Start talking to the angels, the deaf angels, the spirits, the negative spirits. Kill him. Go over there. Shoot them. Go over there. You know, those deaf angels, those terrible angels, they're going to be given terrible orders from on high. It says, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So the souls of the just complain continually. So the Lord is about to start taking niggas off the map. Because we've cried for these things, man. We're in these things with you people. But where you all find solace and going out and doing debauchery, we stick into it. We settle into the mentality of fuck this place, while you try to find a way to sit here and come out because you don't like feeling bad. So what we do complaining to the Lord, and it's about time, where it's looking like the Lord is about to sit here and start answering our call and start really doing amazing things in this earth. It says, therefore say Yahweh, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent and righteous blood from among them. I'm going to jump down. Verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight up against another, and swords in their hands. For there should be sedition among men. And look up that word sedition, right? People think that January 6th bullshit was really something. Hey, wait for everything else, man. Wait for those police gangs to click up and not worry about the persecution of law and cameras. Wait for these niggas in the hood to go out those police gangs, man. Wait for your militaries to be sweeping through your streets. Wait for your neighbor, those friends that you thought you had, to come against you. This is what's getting prepared. It says, in invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So people are going to sit here and fully be persuaded to do wickedness. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able, for because of pride the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods for lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And this is what we're coming to. Why are they destroying each other's houses? For lack of bread and great tribulation, because famine is setting in. This is what's getting prepared. And the scriptures tell you that the terror of the Lord we persuade men. These are judgments that the Lord determined to have will happen on this earth. But there's too few people that actually take this warning serious, and they don't want to shape up. So to them, what? These days are for you. The scriptures talk about they were sent for scourges. I'll end it on this one. Second Ezra 16-19. For behold, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute, but for all these they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So people still aren't going to get right. So what? I got to get one more. Isaiah 22:14. It says, and it was revealed in my ears by Yahweh of hosts. Surely this iniquity shall not be purged from you till ye die, say Yahweh of hosts. Right? So that's the only remedy for the nature of you people out here today. So the times we're coming in, man, like the elder said, you've been warned, right? And it's gonna get worse. Shalom.